how to get your Spanish pronunciation to native level. Let's say you will pronounce this sentence. What would you have to do or say to make it sound as native as possible? Let me read it first, then explain to you how I read it. Durante la tarde, el niño corre rápido detrás del árbol y toca la guitarra. Rule number one, you have to get the vowels right. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U. On Spanish, A, E, I, O, U. To get this right, the thing you have to remember is you have to constrict your throat. In English, we have what I like to say is a lazy way of pronouncing stuff. You would probably say A, E, I, O, U. The English pronunciation is elongated and it's like more free. Spanish is not like that. Everything has to be more constricted, more clear, more concise. So not a, not e, not I, not o, and not u. So you always want to maintain that kind of constriction when you're saying Spanish vowels. Another big one is the R sound. This is notoriously difficult for us English speakers. Even more so because you got two different versions of the R sound in Spanish. You got the rolled R. You got the R sound, the tapped R. Now I have some good news. We actually do have the tapped R in English. We just write it as a D. So like example, like butter, that's actually the same sound that you make in Spanish. For example, like the word durante. The R sound is just written as one R and it's between vowels. That's when you tap the R. It's not durante. Like the word butter, you have to quickly tap your tongue on the roof of your mouth to produce this sound. Durante. And let's go for the rolled R sound. So everybody knows the sound. It's the R sound. To make this sound, what you have to do is you have to put your tongue on the roof of your mouth like this. And then while it's on the roof of your mouth, you have to blow air where your tongue is. Now where a lot of English speakers mess up is that they start blowing the air, but then they release the pressure on the roof of their mouth. Now putting pressure right there, that's what it sounds like. But while you're blowing, keep pressing up on the roof of your mouth. Now when you speak Spanish, the R comes in three places. The R is at the beginning of a word. You see a double R in the middle of a word. When the R comes at the end of a word. For example, for this word, corre. This word, rápido. Let's take this word, líder. What makes it sound even harder is when it's followed by other letters. Because if you're not used to it, then it's going to be hard to make it flow. It's going to be hard to say a word like correr or corre. So focus on rolling the R that you forget that you have to say the other letters afterward. So to help you with that, what you're going to do is you're going to roll your R. What you want to do is keep your tongue near the roof of your mouth, and all you're going to do is reduce the next sound. So for example, corre. With time, you're going to get faster and it's going to flow better. Now we got the T and D sounds. Both these sounds are produced right behind the teeth. In English, you pronounce T and D by putting your tongue right in between your upper teeth and your bottom teeth. T, D. Spanish, you're going to put your tongue right behind the back of your top teeth. De, durante, or toca, durante, or toca. And another note about the T and D in Spanish. Anytime you see T and D written, it's always pronounced de or de. No, it doesn't matter where it is in the sentence. Rápido wouldn't be rapido. So you always clearly pronouncing the D and the T no matter where it is in the word. Anytime you see an N with a squiggle above it, it's going to be a ñ sound. Ñ. N-Y. Ñ. That squiggle is called a tilde, by the way. So it wouldn't be Nino. It would be niño. It just flows. Niño. It's one cool, clean sound. One final tip. Notice you saw the little accent marks on the word? That's indicating when you need to put the stress on the word. Now, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to matter as far as intelligibility. So let's say something like detrás, instead of detrás. People going to understand you. But when it comes to verbs, it really does matter because the accent mark can change the tense of the verb. Now, what's going to help you is if you use your hand. Take a word like audible. Actually, you might want to pronounce it as an English speaker. Audible. Accent mark is above the A. Audible. go. Accent is on the A. It's gonna take time for you to get in your subconscious so that way it just flows naturally. But in the beginning, you're gonna have to go slow. You're gonna have to slow down a little bit. You're gonna have to break up words. It's gonna sound a little bit unnatural, but with time, you're gonna get it. Let's read the sentence one more time, just so you can hear how all this stuff comes together. Durante la tarde, el niño corre rápido detrás del árbol y toca la guitarra.